When I say many more still to go, I do mean many more still to go. But let's move on here. Well, let's go ahead and speak with Thancred now to take on our next level 81 main story quest entitled The Jewel of Thavnair. Thancred is ready and rested and ready to set out. Had enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle. Right, Valjean bade us come to Megaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join there once they've finished tending to the prisoners. Oh, wait. On second thought, you and Estenienne should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. Yeah, and you need to tell them what happened to Nidhana, right? We left Graha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's being crammed into a specimen jar. Ouch! Just you and me then. Just you and me then. The guardsmen at the gate should wave us through. Alright then. Without further ado, let's head east. So last time we were here, we only got to see the place in cutscene. Now we're back. Honored scions, you are free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions to the city, the sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. That's awesome. So yeah, now we get to move wherever we want in Radzat-Han. Hey there, Estenienne. Though I've been to Radzat-Han before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we'd best ask for directions from this sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Of course not, mon frere. Estenienne is now accompanying you. Let's be on our way. Let's climb up the stairs and head on back into the city. And no sooner do we reach the top of the stairs than we get to see our first Aethernet shard. So let's go ahead and promptly attune to it. There we go. We have access to Ozaldal's piece. Let's go ahead and speak to the attentive Radiant now. Ah, Mistress Rika, I presume. I understand you are here for an audience with a satrap. If you require directions to Megaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Radzat-Han. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed, and the Aetherite disabled. In other words, we basically have a Yulmore situation where the primary Aetherite is not accessible until much later in the game. Sad face. As such, I will provide you with an alternative path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There'll be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Pax's path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Ruvedar Fibers. Within, you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. And so, away we go. Time for stair climbing. On what I guess could be considered a tranquil night here in Radzat-Han, now that Thavnair is in a much better place than before. Here's Pax's path, and now up these stairs and through these doors. Also, I really don't need to be in battle gear right now, do I? Hello there, sir. Heading to Megaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Ruvedar Fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. And so, let's go. Yeah, and Arkosodara lugging some of the big rolls of cloth that they use around here. Let's speak with this vigilant Radiant. If you're here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. But claiming victory in the tower and destroying it should make that no longer an issue, right? So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. Well, you would know, mon frere. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here it's quite simple really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Well, before we do... Yeah, even though we can't attune to the primary Aetheryte, we can still attune to the ones that we find along the way. There we go. And so now up more stairs. Get a bit more out into the open area, as it were. Yeah, this is the Dharma area that they were talking about. And we can stand in here for some Tales of chatter with a steady end. Discuss Dharma. I remember passing by here with Valchon. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to hamsa myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Yeah, we're saying that while we're within earshot of the hamsa, and they don't like it. Alright, going this way. Running upstairs in the kimono seems like such a weird power move. Why is that? Yeah, off in the distance we can see another Aetheryte that can be used. Yeah, how does it seem like a power move? Alright, attune to this one. There we go. And up 2 big flights of stairs. And speak with the guard who's shunning out in front. Hello there. Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Sons of the Seventh Dawn, come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course, we have been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber, if you would please follow me. And so, after we've all gathered together, you know, just chilling out while others are conversing. And there's the satrap and his lackey, as it were. Oh, hey there, you two. And Graha's back to normal.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not that much.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
How'd it go?
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Thanks. Yeah, that puts a smile on my face.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia.
Oh, there's more.
Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
I don't think he feels it. Or maybe he does. Ooh. That's quite a lot of ripping.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Yeah, does that qualify as a hair wax? Yeah, like a Brazilian wax or
Albeit
something?
brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
Quite surprising.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Yeah, pan over to
It would
Estinian.
seem we share the same desire for peace, Great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question.
Give us another hand.
The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
And if you do, tell us all you can.
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company.
Yeah, and unfortunately now because of Stormblood, he's no longer with us.
He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
But will we get any?
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. 'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one?
That's a good question. Did he have a good answer to go with it?
To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind.
Oh, so you believe that, or he believed that, if Hydaelyn goes away, then the dragons will too?
Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since.
Well, you may have to turn it over.
Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydaelyn does strive towards, 'Tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
Well said.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
And many more towers need to get knocked down.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Take your little curtsy there, Quile. Am I gonna stick around for a few more words?
Prithee, a moment.
Of course we are. Yeah, we've seen moments like this before, where everyone gets to leave, but the Warrior of Light has to stick around for more words of wisdom.
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
Yeah, Midgardsormr and I have crossed paths with, yes, but yeah, with Corinne's exploits in Omega, I only wish he could be with us now.
I know of his clash with Omega, and the long slumber which was his price.
Yeah, obviously if you never do Omega, you never get this choice.
Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world.
Well, hopefully with your words, we'll have the hope that we can see him again.
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread.
Why is that?
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
But they're doing it willingly, though. Yeah, the shock on my face says it all. But he's referring to people like Iceheart. People like Moonbrita. People like Papa Limo. Like Minfilia and Reen. And Horshathon as well. Yeah, people who the previous Warriors of Light have all crossed paths with.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end. Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss.
Oh, and believe me, they were driven mad.
Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
And as we're having this conversation, yeah, the twins want to come back for more.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
Oh.
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter.
Oh, trust me, your wisdom is not idle.
Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Let's hope you're right about that, Vitra. Yeah, they're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's between the two of us. Yeah, don't worry there, twins. Yeah, it's a promise that the two of us are keeping to each other. So let's head back outside and speak with Alice to complete this particular quest. So, what were you and Vitra talking about? Do you really want to know? Yeah, I can't say. Nothing? Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. Alright, but we'll do that after we'll take our 455,400 experience points and 1,184 gil. Now let's switch things over to Alpha Node, and we'll take on his level 81 main story quest entitled The Color of Joy. Alpha Node has a mind to join the others at the High Crucible. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. You mean it's not just the mulberry bush? Yeah, it looks like we're going out towards Ruby Fibers, but we didn't actually attune to the Aetheryte there, but we might as well since we're going in that direction. I don't think it would have ended like that. Alright, I say. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. Yeah, no need to have them follow me along. We'll just go ahead and make our way over to where the Ruby Fibers Aetheryte is, and we'll go ahead and attune to it. Well, I'm already really warming up to Vitra, just because of the fact that he's a really surprising character, and that he can give you all this really vital information because he's been around a lot longer than everyone else has. And that's something to take very seriously. Alice. When the street turns, enter the door straight ahead, then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Razat Han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this all takes us. Alright. Lead on! Alright, down the stairs, across the... I guess this is ceramic tile that we're running on? Yeah, let's hope we don't slip and lose our footing. Yeah, let's get over to Alpha Node. And here's the Aetheryte Plaza. So far so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of the two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let us join them. Alright, let's go. So yeah, as was mentioned before, we can't use the primary Aetheryte yet. Yeah, that's an opportunity that's going to be deprived for us for a while. But at least, if nothing else, we get to enjoy more of this place, and Thancred and Oriange are just chilling out, having a conversation over there. Yeah, there's no Aetheryte for me to look at over here, just come over here to get what we need. We're lost, of course, but at least we found the place. So yeah, let's take a look at the warding scales we're picking up as a result of Vitra's bikini wax.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for.
They've been busy. And if they're busy enough to fill 3 crates worth...
Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires. just as we did with the Tower of Sot.
But here's my question. What happens if Fane Daniel just replaces them?
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations.
Well, it's too soon for that. Wait,
Of course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated.
You're like, wait, you're serious?
To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
Oh, alright.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Very well.
Please, I must speak with you.
Can it be? Nidhana, you're up! You're awake! Yeah. How are you, young lady?
Nidhana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption.
Yeah, that would be Alice.
It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
So now...
As you said, Nidhana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
That was only fast.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough.
But what of your other Arco Sodara friends?
All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Glad we could help. Yeah, you go, Graha. And nice shot there, mon frere.
Yet who hath truly saved whom?
What do you mean?
Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
Just so long as they don't get dragged kicking and screaming.
The talisman? Is this true?
Oh, it's true. Yeah, it's damn true. And the proof of your efforts are right there. The fruits of your labor in 3 crates.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas.
Don't be surprised if she starts crying.
It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
Yes, it was. Oh, meanwhile. I guess we picked up... Oh, that's right, it's our flower. And hey, it's turned yellow.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed.
Does this mean it's in bloom?
What do you have there?
We found it in Labyrinthos.
How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
Say that again?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Yeah, please enlighten us.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, Some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate.
So how do we use it?
The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion.
I guess
As
you
a
have that.
veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities.
And so have those who have come before her.
That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
But if there's more to it,
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
oh, no need for apologies.
Nonsense. You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Yeah, believe me, we see the evidence right before our very eyes.
Shall we depart for Sharlayan then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
Well, thank you very
We
much.
will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
Oh, I hear ya. And so, with the alchemist's fruits of their labor now being sent around the world, let's see what we can do next. Yeah, hopefully the two of you are not carrying them all by yourself. I was about to say, we're painting up so slowly but not fading to black right away. Is there going to be a twist? But no, no such twist is needed. Miss Nidhana, I am glad to see you are alive and well, and I hope that the same happens for your Arcosodaria allies and friends. So, without further ado, let's make our way back over to Old Sharlayan. And Krala's chilling out here, right out in the front door area. It's good to be back, and with the fruit of our labors safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Alright then. Hey there, Ojika. How has it been? Welcome back, Rika. Krana surprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. Well, it isn't much. I've changed your sheets and plumped your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities. So, would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Of course. Retire to your chamber. And in so doing, we'll take our experience 2,972 gil plus 2 loaves of Archon loaf. And unless I'm mistaken, that is a guy standing next to me. That is a guy in the Thavnairian dress standing next to me, if I saw that right. And so... yeah, I guess... yeah, the flowers lost its color for now. But I guess it'll glow again when we find something else positive. Let's have a look at the beautiful sunrise.
Take heart and protect them well.
Oh, who's knocking at the door? Yeah, who goes there? Oh, hi.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you? We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
Did you splurge on DoorDash? Yeah, look how shocked I am. So yeah, let's see what everything that's here. Yeah, and it's a rare instance to see crawl without her hood on. And Graha looks like he's ready to do the burger challenge from Persona 5. Look at him go. Oh, yeah, leave out the pickles. Yeah, you forgot the pickles! Yeah, meanwhile, Alpha enjoying something a little more
Lest you
sophisticated.
wonder, we invited Estinian as well.
But he turned us down.
But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
I suspect Sharlayan cuisine is not to his liking.
I guess not.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Sharlayan feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
And hopefully doesn't regurgitate it.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Yeah, we're kind of dragging him along, aren't we? But hey, he's already contributed in more ways than we could have hoped.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Kryl, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
Who told you that?
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Well, given what's happened.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
Yeah, she did.
Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
Yeah, you noticed, I see.
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt. The relief of a people with renewed hope.
Maybe like the Astra in Eternal Sonata?
Indeed. And in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans.
Yeah, still working on it.
But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won, perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
Oh, I have a burger too? Yeah, there's also pizza here and macaroons. And cookies.
Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Yeah, here, you take the other half.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle.
Well, it worked when it counted, right?
Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume.
Oh, did he now?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Until, of course, you got caught.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
Yeah, come on, take the other half. Meanwhile, over on this side of the table.
They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
You mean there isn't multiple floors? Yeah, there aren't floors within floors. And so, sometime later, after now we're completely stuffed, yeah, everyone's been talking it up. And I'm just enjoying them doing their thing. And in the meantime, it's nighttime. Are we pushing on until dawn? Shall I call it a night, or do you know these are my quarters? Yeah, I'd rather go with option 1. Are we just gonna keep going until dawn?
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
What are you doing, Graha? Yeah, what are he and Alice looking at? Oh, meanwhile, unbeknownst to everyone, the flowers now changed green. Yeah, I wonder why that is. How many more colors will it change when we're interacting with other people? Meanwhile, guess who's back to say hello? Hi, Xenos. Oh, you're gonna enjoy this, aren't you? Oh, and here's your friend.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that. I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news.
Yeah.
Our tower in Thavnair has been toppled. And I need not tell you by whom.
Yeah, which begs the question, why didn't you do more to stop us?
Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether.
So in other words, you're just gonna replace it, right?
If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Well, Ishtola did suggest this.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome.
Define proper welcome.
Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
Given how much bloodlust he has, not really.
No. All else is equal, equally tedious, equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke.
Jeez. Not only is that depressing, but that's a brutal analogy.
But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame.
Were you spending time in the Caribbean?
I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn, burn, let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
Yeah, because it currently stands that you two, me two, so we gotta have the climax to our best of 5 sometime.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
Or none of the above.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Why? What makes you say that? He's only out to destroy the world and everything else.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence.
Aww.
Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable.
How so?
You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you.
I think he's just along for the ride.
And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Yeah, stare up into that moon. And so, we achieve on Wings of Hope as part of the storyline, and so, yeah, I'd say that's a big deal for us. But, now that we've accomplished this, it's time to take a little side journey. We have to go and see the 2 new jobs. So, if I remember correctly, the first one is available in Ul'dah, so let's make our way there first.